The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome into another edition of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. I am Eric Clark, your not at all humble host, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to give this video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to like it, put a share on there for me. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me on all the social media platforms. That way, if there's a tune, a band, a video you want me to check out, you can leave it in the comment section below, or you can hit me up with a DM. That way you have a direct little conduit of communication to me, and if something slips through the crack, just throw me a reminder. But you throw a comment on the comment section, and I'll put it in my handy-dandy notebook. But as I always say, read through the comment section and just make sure that someone else hasn't already suggested it. If they have, throw a like on there and an I concur in the comments, and that way I'll be able to organize which band, songs, videos are getting more suggested than others. I want to thank Aspen Dental and Connect 200. They are those that power the Wild Side with Eric Clark, and I can't thank them enough, so I do it every chance I get. And I also want to thank all of you for your suggestions. You've really done a great job of guiding me along the way, helping me with pronunciations, with geography, with culture, and I just can't thank you enough. So I try to get to your videos in a timely manner, but I do have a day job. Today, we are not in the handy-dandy notebook. Today, we are just going to go to the comment section and click a link. And the link we're going to click today, it kind of piqued my curiosity because of what was said. And I kind of recognized the name of the link when I hovered over it, but I wanted to wait and just do it with you guys. I figured this would be the ultimate way to check it out, go into it stone cold. I do know it's a super group. It's a Finnish metal supergroup that was around for a while back in the day. This video, I think, was recorded in like 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. And this supergroup is known for doing covers, but I know absolutely nothing about them. I just have heard the name mentioned in other comment section, but I've never seen them, never heard them, don't know anything about them. So it's you should react to an old Aha song, Take On Me with the Northern Kings. Maybe you could call it a Finnish boy band, Big Big Smile. I think the Big Big, is that I'm thinking Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon. So when a cover comes across my desk as a music director, program director, sometimes you can look at it and say, is this a grab? Meaning, is this an attempt to catapult yourself to the next level of recognition by using the familiarity of something else? Or is this an homage? And in an homage, you could make it your own. You like the song so much, you decide to record it. I always go back to REM Superman, the Clicks, the I Am Superman, or Renegades of Funk by Rage Against the Machine. These are songs that eventually you start to, instead of the original artist, you start to say, okay, there's this one as well. Back in the day, we got Careless Whisper across our desk. And I remember I was the imaging director, and the music director came and said, hey, man, Seether just released their tune, Careless Whisper. And we were like, I don't know, man, that's kind of an iconic track. What are they going to do with it? And it ended up being a really good tune. And when you talk about 80s songs, some 80s songs are very iconic. They embody the tone of that decade. So when people talk to me about the 80s, there's certain songs that are just, they really embody the overall tone of the 80s. Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel, Melt With You by Modern English, Cars by Gary Newman, among many, many others. But they contained this tone of the 80s. So it's hard to catch that tone. And sometimes when you hear a band doing an 80s tune, you're like, dude, man, are you tapping into nostalgia, or are you going to make this your own? So I'm excited to see what a Finnish metal supergroup does with an Aha classic. Hopefully we don't get, yeah, there's the spots right there. We'll get past that, though. Don't worry. We'll get past it, kids. All right, here we go. So this is Northern King's Take On Me Eurovision. I'm very ignorant when it comes to how Eurovision works. When someone says Eurovision to me, I automatically think American Idol. And I know it's not like that. But in the trends and in the publications, a lot of times you'll see they're successful internationally because they're Eurovision winners and they don't maybe not translate to the U.S. So that's a lot of times where I see Eurovision. So I don't think this is a contest. Let me know in the comments below, but we'll check it out. I don't recognize. All right, man. Another band, another super group of. This isn't a Finnish boy band. This is the band you hire to get rid of the Finnish boy bands. All right? These are the guys you bring in when you want the boy bands and their followers out. This is who you bring in and plug in. This is not a Finnish boy band if it has Marco in it. I am not familiar with the other gentlemen, the three other gentlemen, but I know that they are established metal singers. I think one's from Charon, or I think that's how you say it, from an old band from back in the day. Again, I'm just going by what I saw in comment section of previous Nightwish videos about suggestions. But yeah, that's Marco. So no, this is not a contest. Obviously, no one is expected to compete with this. It'd be ridiculous. All right, so well rehearsed. Obviously, these cats have a lot of experience together. This is a really good groove. They have maintained the mood of that song. That song is deceivingly dark. It really is. And a lot of people overlook the song because of the video, but a-ha's Take On Me is deceptively dark. And they're really good about maintaining the mood while changing the tone. They're maintaining the mood by keeping that synth sound in there, but they're changing the tone with these harmonies in their vocals, expanding the range. Just absolutely fantastic. Again, harmonies in metal, you gotta love when they have harmonies in metal. And the keyboard player is obviously enjoying himself. He's enjoying himself so much that he sent the camera back to 1995. He's got a great voice. That one guy looks like Ronnie James Dio. I'm not getting over it. So, but yeah, the reason I wanted to stop it here, because in that chorus, they went back into that melody. They go back into that 4-part harmony. And 4-part harmony, when you talk about 4-part harmony, a lot of times, for me anyway, I'm thinking of the Bellamy Brothers. I'm thinking of Mamas and Papas. I'm thinking of those old folky type bands being able to harmonize. A great example is the Eagles doing Seven Bridges Road from their 76 album. That is great harmony right there. And a lot of times people doubt, when it comes to metal especially, the outsiders of the genre usually look down their nose artistically at metal singers. And they think, okay, well, he's just screaming into a microphone, but can he sing? And sometimes you get examples of metal singers breaking the stereotype. Again, not mine. I'm coming at you from what I hear and what I've studied over the years of the zeitgeist, how outsiders see rock and roll, especially metal. But then you get examples like Pantera's Planet Caravan. There's an unplugged acoustic version of Saliva doing Your Disease with a string quartet, and it really showcases the vocals of that metal singer. And this is a great example of that. So they're basically stepping up on stage and saying, look what we can do. We can actually sing and harmonize, the four of us together, in ranges that are normally strained in this type of music. And again, they're keeping that mood, but they're changing the tone. It's a really good version. You know what I notice about Marco when he sings, he has a great rich texture to his voice. And the human is conditioned through pop music, through that zeitgeist I mentioned. Your brain is conditioned to have what Elon Musk called predictive AI. So you have that in your head. You have expectations of where things are going to go, these comfortable places that you're used to hearing. And what I like about Marco, and I've noticed this with other singers as well, especially in the European metal world, they're capable of going in a different direction you didn't expect, especially when it comes to in the middle of a stanza. You think, okay, the band is going in one direction, but all of a sudden Marco's slight and it's real subtle. It's these subtle words like the and little ancillary moments of the stanza of the song. He just changes just a little bit. It's real subtle. It's very cool how he does that. And all of their voices have maintained that width through its entirety. So yeah, super group.
Things that you say, is it life or just to play my worries away? Things that you play, I become one anyway. Take on me. Take me on while I be gone.
I have to stop here because of this dichotomy of beauty that's created right here. What's happening is you have this foreboding tone in the singer. He's very dour in the delivery, but what's happening around him is juxtaposing enough to where they're balancing each other out. So while he's going into a more serious tone, what's happening around him is elevating. And it's really great how the band put that together in the way that they've redone that part of the song. It's really well done how they're changing the tone but not the mood, and it's just brilliant.
Is it life or just to play my worries away? Things that you play, I become one anyway. Take on me. Take me on.
Brightness.
While I be gone.
Nice. Wow. See right there, that ending, that a cappella ending, another great example of, yeah, but can you sing? Just another great example of, yeah, and very well, too. So, up yours, stodgy outside person. That was great, man. That was really cool. I dug that. That was good. Thank you for that link. That was Northern Kings Take on Me live Eurovision. Again, I'm assuming that this is like a hey folks, we have some guests tonight. They're going to perform on American Idol. Sometimes they'll bring in an artist who will mentor and coach the singers who are competing and then have them perform on the show. So again, let me know in the comments what's happening here as far as a Eurovision, because there's no way that this is a competition. There's no way. That would be stupid. Especially if they were like first. That happened in my high school. It was 1985. And the kid opened the show. I can't remember his name. I wish I could remember his name. He opened the show by himself on stage with a piano, and he did Elton John's Your Song. And he killed it. Just absolutely killed it. Obviously, this kid was probably already getting paid gigs in high school. He was really good. So we're looking at each other in our tracksuits and our Adidas like, I guess we're not breakdancing in this one. We'll wait for the next one. What's the point? So obviously this isn't like a singing contest in any way, shape, or form. Because even if these guys were singing individually on a competition show, you would pack it up early. Every one of them has maintained that harmonious thickness while sharing that space. What I love about these musicians, Marco, I know that he's probably the seasoned veteran of the group, if you will. I don't want to say the older guy of the group because I've been that guy. I don't like it. So I'll say, I'm the one that's seen the most stuff, maybe. We'll call it that. The way he's able to assert himself while kind of not showing the way, not leading the way, he's leading by example, which is what you're supposed to do, which is leadership 101. And the rest of the vocalists, again, please help me out down below. I'm not familiar with any of them by sight anyway, so I guess I have some reaction videos to do coming up. But that's just another one. So they're just cranking them out over there. Is that how this is? So Marco did The Masked Singer, does Eurovision. He's got a super group that, from what I understand, does nothing but covers. So I'll have to dig deeper into that. This will be interesting. So I appreciate that link. Thank you. Cheers to you. I appreciate that. Again, if you have a suggestion for a tune, a band, a video you want me to check out, leave it in the comments below, but try to leave a link. If you make it creative, like that one was, it might lead me to it without even thinking. Again, I knew absolutely nothing aside from what I had seen in previous comments and suggestions. So thank you for putting that on me and making me do that. That was a good tune. That was really well done. The band is fantastic. Keyboard player's obviously into it. Again, it's hard to do an iconic song that defines a generation. There are songs from the 80s that are just songs from the 80s. And then there are songs from the 80s and 70s and 90s and 2000s and future that will define that generation to the generation. Maybe not to outsiders, maybe not to people that weren't there. But if you were around back then, it was massive. It was a massive, massive shift in culture happening at the time in the zeitgeist. Excuse me. Keep breathing and spit. So it's dangerous almost to do an iconic song that's a cover. So again, it goes back to my Careless Whisper and Seether and going, I don't know, man. That's quite a defining song, but that was ripping. That was a track, honestly, putting on my program director, music director hat. That would be an ad. I'm surprised I didn't see it come across my desk, honestly. But that has more to do with promotion and all this other stuff. But I digress. I could get into a whole other thing about radio and the labels. But I'm glad I got linked to it because that's a good track, man. That was played on the radio, right? I mean, if you're a radio station in the area, in that country where this is, I mean, you play that, right? I mean, that was on the radio because that was a radio song. Yeah, it's heavy. Yeah, it's dark. And yeah, it has all the tones of metal, but that's a mainstream track. Without a doubt, it's right there with Seether's Careless Whisper. I'm not going to put it in the same category as Limp Bizkit's Faith. I wouldn't do that to these guys. They deserve much more respect than that. So thank you again for the suggestion. I appreciate it. And give me all the information you can in the comment section below. Again, if you have a suggestion, put it in the comment section below. If someone's already done it, I concur. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That way you have a nice direct line of information to me if there's something you want me to check out. Thank you again for taking time out of your day to watch my video today. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.